Hey guys, Nick here. So today I'm in my office and I've realized I haven't done a video on the contents of my pack since I've made a lot of changes to it. So I figured I'd do that today. And it's not just the one pack now, I have two packs. This one right here is my 72-hour survival or bug out bag. But it's also my overnight camping trip bag. Everything I need for an overnight camping trip or for 72 hours of survival. And then this one over here is what I call my extended stay pack. Don't mind the cot in the background, that's just up there. That's not part of this video. It is a really nice cot though. Love it for fire season. Anyways, so my extended survival pack works in conjunction with my 72-hour pack. If shit hits the fan and I'm heading out and I'm gonna be gone, I'm gonna be gone a lot longer than 72 hours. I'll take both packs. It works in conjunction with my main pack. That is, if I'm driving or have someone else to help carry it, which wouldn't be a problem because it'd be me and my wife hiking out with our two dogs, and we can get them to help pull shit if we need to. They're not small dogs, so they can pull their weight. So anyways, I'm going to start off with the 72-hour pack. Just going to go ahead and go through what's in it, show you what I carry, what I found works for me. So let me go ahead and get the camera angle adjusted and I'll start pulling stuff out. Actually, before I start pulling stuff out, you'll notice up here I have a climbing rated carabiner in case I need load bearing capabilities. Also on the side I have my Grand Force Brooks small forest axe, and for right now it's in this cheap little holster that's attached to my pack. It fits perfectly. It doesn't bounce around too much. Plus, it gives me a spot or another pocket on the front for a spare magazine for my handgun, or anything I can fit in that small pocket. Also, if something happens to my main holster, I have a backup holster. So I kind of like having that. On the bottom of my pack is a USGI ECWS sleep system carrier. Basically, it's just a bag that I have attached to the bottom of my pack. It was designed for holding the Army Extreme Cold Weather System sleeping system, so the heavy duty sleeping bag. Well, it's I want to say a 3-piece or 4-piece sleeping bag. That's what it's designed to hold. And I'm using it in a similar capacity. I don't have that nice sleep system like I did when I was in the Army, but right now I have my sleeping bag, which is rated to -5, and I also have a small camp pillow in there. And there's still plenty of room if I need to put something else in there. I don't want to. As it is, the way it's set up right now, my pack weighs, with water, 40 pounds. It's a little on the heavy side, but it's not too much to handle. Alright, so let me get reset up, and I'll show you what I got in the pack. So on the waist strap of my pack, on both sides, I have a 1-quart canteen. So that's 2 quarts of water, and in one of them I have a canteen cup, It's stainless steel, I believe, so it's good for boiling water, making coffee, drinking out of. But that's part of my hydration system in my pack, are these 2 1-quart canteens. So let's take a look at what I keep in this pouch here. We'll start off here. This pouch, I have this is the Pro Knot cards. It's got, I believe, 10 different knots and how to tie them. It's got the bowline, square knot, water knot, rolling hitch, clove hitch, sheep bend, prusik knot, trucker's hitch, mooring hitch, butterfly knot, bowline on a bite, figure 8, double fisherman's cleat hitch, constrictor knot, half hitch, timber hitch, buntline hitch, taut line hitch, and sheep shank. It's a pretty handy card to have. I'm not the greatest knot tire. I've been trying to learn as many of these as I can, but until I can have all of them learned and memorized and down cold, I'm keeping this in my pack. I also have some 550 cord. It's cut into all different sizes. I probably have 50 to 100 feet, somewhere in that neighborhood, which is pretty good compared to the way I used to be. I used to carry so much cord, it was a bit ridiculous. So I also have 2 Metrix bars, meal replacement bars. These ones are the Super Cookie Crunch. They're actually pretty tasty. Each bar is 410 calories. And I'm not going to go through all the vitamins and minerals and all that other crap that it's got, but it's got a lot of good stuff in them. And I'm sure they're still bad for you, but in a survival situation, who cares? Also great just to munch on while you're out hiking. Got a fork. And I got 5 things of instant coffee. That's it for this side pouch. Alright, flipping the pack around to the other side, I have another pouch. This is my fire pouch, fire starting kit. Well, a little bit more than just fire starting. So I have my little beer can alcohol stove. This thing works amazing. I have a little Ziploc bag that has dryer lint in it. Great for catching sparks. I have a Ziploc bag with trioxane tabs. Great for getting fire going if it's damp. I have a ferro rod. It's pretty. It's UST. It's a pretty decent one. It's not the best out there, and it's by far the worst. And I got fat wood, and this stuff is great. It smells good too. That's it for this pouch. It's only about half full, and I like to keep it that way just because if I'm hiking, I got a spot to throw natural tinder as I come across it if I need to. And of course, part of my EDC is a lighter. I should probably throw a lighter in here in this pouch, but I may get around to that. I carry lighter EDC, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, we'll go into this top front pouch, or pocket, whatever it is. I have a flashlight. This isn't anything special, it's Walmart brand, 2 AA, but this thing is bright as hell. This came in a little kit that I got for Christmas, and I've been I keep it in this pack because I've been testing it out. And this thing is super bright, and it the kit came with that and this headlamp. It's got 2 brightness settings. Again, Walmart brand. It's not a bad headlamp. So for now, I'm going to keep both of these in this pack. So they work great so far, and I just want to keep testing them out. And I have my Usgi Compass. This isn't one of the plastic ones you get at Walmart or anything. This is the real deal. This is, you know, this is metal. It's got the phosphorus on the inside. I don't know. Glows really good, even with just a quick hit from the light. But again, this is the real deal. This isn't one of the cheap ones. The cheap ones work, but you know, these are just so much better. They're going to cost a lot more, but they'll last a lot longer. It'll take a lot more abuse. Try not to abuse it, though. Got my GPS. This is an old Garmin E-Trex Legend, and it may be old, but it still works fine. An emergency blanket, pack of spare batteries for the flashlights and the GPS. Leatherman, this is a Leatherman Blast, pretty good e-tool. I don't like carrying those every day, but I wanted to have it in my pack just in case. I got a camo bandana, camo beanie hat, and that's it for that pouch. Alright, gonna move down to the bottom front pocket. In here I have 2 Mountain House meals. These are the 1 serving meals that you get at Walmart. And they're these ones are 230 calories each. So that's all my food in this pack. These 2 Mountain Houses and the 2 Metrix bars. So I have a total of 1,270 calories. Not great, but you can definitely survive 72 hours with that amount of food. You can survive longer with this amount of food, but you know, you can ration this out over 3 days and be okay. And I have these 2 Gmrs FRS radios. And these came with rechargeable AA batteries, and I keep them charged up. But I also have the spare batteries in this other pouch that'll work in these. I have my Bushcraft black survival knife, carbon steel blade. This is a really good knife. I got it for Christmas, and I've been really hesitant to buy any more knives because they're so inexpensive, and they're not full tang. But I've heard so many great things about them. I just couldn't bring myself to spending the money. Thankfully, I got a few different Moras for Christmas. I got this one, and then the other two are in my other pack. I'll show you those. They're the Mora Light My Fire and the Mora Companion Heavy Duty. But I like this one because it does have this really nice heavy duty ferro rod. I mean, this is a good chunk of fire steel here, and it's, you know, stays attached to the knife, or to the sheath, and I keep it in a completely separate pouch than my fire starting pouch, just in case, you know, if I ever lose my fire starting pouch, I got a backup ferro rod here. This pocket, or this little pouch, is kind of my emergency pouch. It's got first aid items, gauze, bandages, wraps, all sorts of, you know, disinfectants and all sorts of stuff. Good for minor trauma. Now on the other side, I have another emergency blanket. I have a whistle. I have a little bit of duct tape and some tin foil, or aluminum foil, in there. Then I have 2 maps. I did a review on these maps before. These are my go-to-war maps, so I don't use them unless shit hits the fan. Tucked in with these maps, I have a corner ruler for the maps, and I also have some ComSec in here, again only for if shit hits the fan. I have a couple of brevity matrices and a couple of authentication tables. Also in this up here, this pocket has some loops sewn in. So I have 4 carabiners and 2 Alice clips. The Alice clips are spares to for my canteens, because that's how my canteens are held on. Also down here is my spoon. I had to get a new spoon. I lost my old one. I had a metal one like my fork. It was from a matching set. And then opening weekend of duck season, we camped out on an island on a pond, and you know, I made breakfast and left the spoon in my mountain house pack or pouch. And as we were cleaning up, the pouch got thrown away, and before I realized that my spoon was still in there, and I wasn't digging through the trash. We had one of the large black trash bags, and it was so full from all the I mean, there wasn't a lot of trash, you know, there was a little bit from coffee and food, but it was mostly empty beer cans. To dig through all that crap, it smelled so bad. So I had to get this new spoon, but I'm kind of glad I did, because it's bigger, it's longer, it's designed for, you know, mountain house, or for freeze-dried meals. You can actually get it in there and not have to stick your old hand in the pouch. Alright. I got a Lansky Puck for sharpening the axe. It's 2 grits, coarse and medium. And then I have this Arkansas stone. It's fine grit for my axe and for my knives. Then I have this ceramic sharpener, ultra fine for the axe and knives. And one thing that's missing out of here is a leather strop. I haven't made it yet, so I will be adding a leather strop for my for sharpening. And last thing in there is this grease pencil, which is used for my ComSec, marking down on the these laminated sheets. Also, you can you mark anything else with them. So that's it for that pocket. All right, so we are down to the main compartment. One thing that I'm not really a big fan of with this pack is that the main compartment, it barely unzips. I mean, and I understand the reasoning for it, because they have on the sides, they have the PALS webbing for your molly gear, but at the same time it's kind of a pain in the ass to get stuff in and out of the main compartment. Anyways, so the way I have my main compartment set up is so I can grab one of two things first, depending on the weather. I can either grab my tarp first. This is the Kelty Noah's Tarp 9. It's a 9x9 tarp. This thing, I just got it not too long ago. Been practicing with it a little bit, and I'm loving this tarp. The other thing that I can grab out first are my tree straps and hammock. I'll start with these tree straps. The reason I set it up this way, if it's raining, I can grab my tarp first, set it up, and then set up my hammock underneath the tarp so it doesn't get wet. Or if it's sunny, I can just, I can grab the hammock gear, set up the hammock, and then set up my tarp over it. These tree straps, these are Nature's Hangout tree straps. I don't remember. Oh, they're the hang tight straps. These things are so nice. Your standard tree straps, you have to wrap them around your tree and then tie a, I forget the name of the knot, but tie a knot with a toggle and then take your whoopee slings that are attached to your hammock and attach those to your tree straps. This gets rid of a step. These wrap around your tree just like your standard tree straps. You have a loop in one end, wrap it around your tree and bring all your material through, and it just it cinches around the tree. But if you go a little further, where are you? It's got loops all the way to the end. So you hang this up, and then if you have, or you put carabiners on your hammock, and you just clip them to the loops, and it's a bit quicker than your standard hammock setup. You do lose your fine adjustability. These loops are 3 inches, so that's your adjustability, 3 inches at a time. But I'm fine with that. I'd rather save a little bit of time and get it hung up quicker. 3 inches for me isn't that big of a deal. Then my hammock in here is an Eno double nest. I just got that not too long ago. Replaced my old hammock. Man, this thing is so comfortable. I used it for the first time, I think it was a couple weeks ago, or whenever I put up my last camping video. If you're a bigger boy like me, man, go with the double wide hammock. It makes a huge difference. Nice thing about the Enos, if I can find the end here. They come with load-bearing carabiners. These aren't climbing rated, but they're rated for 400 pounds. I mean, the whole Eno double nest is good to 400 pounds. Those my Nature's Hangout tree straps, each strap is rated to 200 pounds for a total of 400. So, I mean, with this system, you can be a big boy, and it'll hold you up. So I keep my sleep system on top because that's that's usually the first thing I'm going to go for. Also in here I have a spare pair of wool socks. I have them vacuum sealed, so they take up a little less space, and they're in a watertight or waterproof container that way. I also have a full roll of 2-ply toilet paper, vacuum sealed. And this is the good stuff too, the good high quality toilet paper, and it compresses down to hardly anything. Dogs are trying to get in here. I also have my Sterno folding stove. This thing was like $6 at Walmart. This was in one of my other video where I went through all the gear in my pack, so I'm not going to go through and set it up again, but this thing is so handy. Holds my alcohol stove great, and it can also build a twig fire inside, and I've done that many times, just built small twig and stick fires in this thing to boil water for coffee. I have a full bottle of heat. This is for my alcohol stove. This stuff works. The yellow bottle heat works awesome in alcohol stoves. I also have a pair of leather gloves for processing wood or anything else I might want gloves for. I have this is a silicone like Tupperware thing. It collapses and extends. Great for using as a bowl for eating. I can't boil water in it, but if I need to boil water, I have my my canteen cup for that. But this is just a great way to carry a little something extra. Or my main use would be as a bowl. It does have this chintzy little fork and spoon combo, and it says knife. One side of the fork is serrated, but I wouldn't trust it with my life, but I'll keep it in here as a backup. Also in here I have my extreme cold weather boot inserts. The way these work is I have a pair of boots that I was issued in the Army. Still have them. You know, they're the extreme cold weather boots. You put your feet inside these booties, and then you slip your feet in the boot for extra warmth. For me, these are just great for wearing around camp. You know, you don't want to wear your boots or shoes in the hammock, so I wear these. Keeps my feet warm at night, and also just great for walking around camp without having to, so I don't have to put my boots back on every time I get up. I also have in here, I'm not going to pull it out, but I have a 2.5 liter reservoir in there. And the last item is a K-bar. All right, so that's everything in my 72-hour pack. That's everything I would need to survive for 72 hours. It's got a little bit of food. It's got water, shelter, fire starting, wood processing. So next, I'll go through my extended pack. That one's not done yet. I'm still adding to it, trying to get that set up. But I'll go ahead and go through what I have in there right now, and what my plans are for it, for getting it filled up. I'll make that a separate video. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some more beard rules, and I'll catch you on the next video. Time for the next installment of beard rules. Beard rule number 31. There is no I in beard. Beard rule number 32. The true art of man is the beard. Beard rule number 33. My beard is my co-pilot. Beard rule number 34. A soul patch is not a beard. And our final beard rule for the day. Beard rule number 35. With great beard comes great responsibility. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.